Hello, my friends, and welcome back. We're doing a reading on our Emperor and Empress. I know I'm behind schedule, guys. You're keeping me busy, and for that I do appreciate it so much, really. Let me try to move this camera around. I'm doing everything the lazy way today. Okay, so got a nice dimly lit room, which I like after a long day of harsh readings and some questionable realities for people. I like the toned down lighting. It helps me relax during these fun readings for you guys. We are going to have a little fun tonight, I hope, with our Emperor and Empress. Now, last time we saw our couple, we were thinking that the Emperor was getting a little squishy about an ex-love. We didn't know if he was going to stay with his decision to pursue the Empress, or is he going to go back to the ex that may be jealous, to an ex that may have ill will towards the Empress, knowing that the Emperor is looking so intently at a life with her. It seems to me we have an ex. Maybe it's a former queen or a princess, or maybe it's just a chambermaid who he was screwing, and now she's pissed as hell about this Empress and Emperor coming together. And like I said, this is based on a real situation. I do know of this situation, and it's really quite interesting. We've got our first three cards, so I guess we're talking it's time to start. We look at the bottom, and the card on the bottom is the Two of Pentacles. So maybe this Emperor is really more intently focusing on money, finances, how he's going to accommodate possibly this new Empress into his life, or what's he going to do about the former Ms. Emperor coming back, wanting back in, where someone else is stepping into her shoes and she's not happy one bit. Okay, so we've got the Two of Wands. Who's making a choice in this situation? Is it the Empress? It is the first card that fell out. So I'm going to say that maybe it is our Empress that has to make the radical choice. But it's funny. It's really funny. Because it feels like the Emperor has to make some choices too. Because we have the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is really about stepping out. Stepping out. Taking control. Not hiding behind failures anymore. Speaking their mind. Having the desire to make a clearer choice. So I think he's struggling with, maybe he doesn't have clarity. Maybe at this point, he doesn't really know what the ex wants from him. Maybe that energy has been vague, about as vague as the energy is right now. Okay, so here we go. The Six of Pentacles. Maybe she's after his money again, and he just doesn't see it. Maybe that's been part of the struggle from the past for these two people, is the fact that this ex is always kind of focusing on the money, the charity, the disbursement of cash. But and maybe the emperor is so tied up in the pussy, excuse me for saying so, but maybe he's so tied up in whatever maybe sexual pleasures she's willing to do in order to receive what she wants from it. Maybe in their case, this is kind of an exchange that they do. But he seems to be kind of attracted to that, even though his real emotions, his true feeling is with the Empress. Okay. The King of Wands. He keeps showing up. Every reading I do lately, this Fire King keeps showing up. I am almost wondering, because I just mindlessly, and not so mindlessly actually, put him over there with the Empress. Now I'm going to say, because the Emperor is a fire sign, this can represent him. But this can also represent, because, WTF, guys, what's good for the goose is good for the freaking ass gander. So you know what? Maybe she is actually looking at a new possibility for herself, because maybe the Emperor is giving too much of himself to this ex that we thought may have been gone. But I honestly feel this could be a new energy coming in for the Empress. Let's see what the cards say. Like I said, pardon me, our Emperor may be looking at some competition. God damn it, guys. This is just getting better and better every time I do this. Maybe I should take a few days off more often. So here we go. Our scenario is getting even better, because now we have the King of Cups. And he is right under our Empress. He already loves her. He has no doubt about the way he feels about this Empress. Is this the Empress's ex returning? Well, we don't want to put too many generalities on this person, like sign, which would be Capricorn, Pisces, or Scorpio. But do we really want to go there with this? Because honestly, guys, you know what? He can be anyone. He can be an ex, and that's always possible. With the Two of Wands, that could be the choice. Is she taking this cup sign energy back into her life? Or is she deciding that this new energy that she is actually kind of attracted to, maybe now she is going to make a choice between the Emperor and the King of Cups? Because maybe while the Emperor is sleeping on the goddamn job and hanging out with his ex, why should the Empress sit at home alone? She is l'imperatrice. Okay, she's named she's named after Amatrice. It's a city in Italy, I believe. They've been having a lot of earthquakes there. I don't know why I'm having this flash on the city in Italy. But the Empress, that's what she's all about. You know, uh, she's all about that abundance. But somebody new is actually going to be making this Empress a very interesting offer. And now we have the King of Swords. Alrighty then, so now we have 3 kings in a row. It is Christmas time after all, guys. Actually, this is not Bethlehem, and I don't know. We'll have to see what star is in the sky tonight. I don't know what this means now. I have to wonder if this is one really pissed off emperor when he finds out that the Empress is maybe gonna take that date with the King of Cups, because maybe the Emperor is still sitting on his hands. He still hasn't made the move to make the Empress completely happy. Maybe he's just still working on this attraction thing and can't get off of his throne long enough to ask her out. So she says, "Oh well, screw you, Emperor. You got a buddy here. He looks like a good friend of yours. You know what? He's really kind of cute. You know, even though he's having a bad day or whatever. You know what? He's kind of cute, and I might just decide I'm going to take that date for Saturday night with the King of Cups and, leave one really ticked off emperor at home." But you know what I say about this, guys? If the emperor isn't stepping up, you have every right to put your focus elsewhere, even if it's just to wake him the F up and to kick him in the royal nuts, get him going. Because if he waits too long to make a move on our precious Empress, I have a feeling that slightly feverish looking friend of his, because I do think, I deep down inside know that this is going to play out in the Emperor's face, and he is going to be one pissed off dude, because that feverish looking friend of his is going to ask the woman of his real desire out while he's kind of sleeping, maybe sleeping while on the job. We'll have to see. The message is really weird. Okay. Yes, like I said, the message of love will be extended. Extended? Fuck me. Extended. With Fonte di Coppa. You know what? I need to partake a little bit more because, whoopee. Filming while intoxicated is a heck of a lot of fun. Fonte di Coppe. He's the delivery of the message. This offer of romance coming right to the Empress. And it's going to be done handily, God I hope, right in front of the Emperor's face. And the Emperor, I don't know if the Emperor is really going to be incredibly happy about the activities developing in front of him, but he shouldn't be taking his eye off the Empress long enough to have one of his friends step in where he left off. So, girls, it's getting interesting. Whether you're one of my guy girls or one of my girls, it's getting good. All right, here we go. So, Yippee. The Empress is presenting a little bit more of a struggle for our Emperor, and although the Empress absolutely loves the Emperor, probably more than she's ever loved anyone in her life, she is ready to play the game of love. And we're ready. Let's see what else we've got going on here. I think that's the title of our next video, guys. The Game of Love. Now, we have the delivery of the mess. I gotta put these out here so you can see what I'm doing. You can still see back here. I'm gonna leave them back here. Okay, this is the Knight of Cups, the Caval di Coppe, the knight that brings the actual delivery of that offer of love. Quite interesting that I'm peeling nothing but people off of this deck. So you two have a lot of actual people, activity in your surrounding. But more than anything, we have actually 3 kings here. 1 cup, which we know he's the one that's delivering the direct message to the Empress that he is interested in her. And the King of Spades, even though it's an air sign king, since he's like the justice guy, I'm going to say that he is more reflective of the Emperor. Even though the Emperor is an Aries, or a fire sign. And this is an air sign. They both kind of have that feeling of justice to them. But here again, now the Empress is going to experience the actual delivery of this offer. The delivery of this offer of affection. That is possibly coming from a friend of the king or the emperor. This is a king. This is someone under an emperor, maybe a work associate, that maybe this is the executive sitting at the top. He's the guy that has the chair front and center at all of the board of directors meetings. Okay? Your emperor, he's the guy in charge. And your king, even though royal as hell, is just a little bit under in power, the emperor. But still equally as impressive as the emperor. And actually, I'm hearing, actually quite dashing when not looking so disheveled and feverish. Now, let's take a look. Now, we have the Fanti di Bastoni. More people. I told you guys, you are loaded with people. There are people just absolutely surrounding this situation. He is the Page of Wands. This is the delivery of the desire to become connubial, with the king. Now, he's a fiery king. He's a fiery king. Now, he can also be representative here of our emperor, because let's not forget, he is a fire sign after all. Sun, moon, or rising, possibly a Leo. I get a strong Leo feeling, and I don't know why. Are there any lions out here? I don't know. It's a Leo. A sense that it might be that kind of passion and desire. And that's a lot. So whoever is the recipient of this kind of fiery energy coming from the emperor, it's almost as if he's spent 6 weeks avoiding the first kiss because he really didn't know how to do it. And finally, his best friend has the guts to do it. And he's like, oh, wait, move out, move aside, this one's mine. And he moves in for the kill. So we may have a competitive energy coming on here. Because frankly, this page of Wands and this page of Cups, the best friends in question here, can often be as immature as a couple of 12-year-old boneheads. So you may have a little bit of name calling, maybe even some pushing and shoving. Please don't do that, guys. It really isn't attractive to the Empress. She doesn't impress by that, even though, a good joust is a lot of fun. But, we love you guys and don't want to see anybody hurt. Right, girls? Right. They're all agreeing with me at home while they're watching this. I know it. So, we've got these kind of immature, boneheaded characters competing for the Empress and her affections. This is just what I figured. We have Il Matto. This is the Fool. Someone may take a chance. It may come across as a bit of a risky chance. Maybe it's flowers. A dozen for every day they've known you. That would be cool, though, wouldn't it? I don't know anybody that can afford to do that, but that's nice. It's a good thought. But this is somebody who really is trying to reach out and above and forward and really kind of surpass the norm in impressing our Empress. Because that's the stage we're in with these two guys. They're doing the joust, the male macho joust. One's going to send flowers, and the other one is going to make arrangements at the finest restaurant in town with the limousine and the champagne, and the Empress is going to feel really good because now we have two, count them, two royals fighting over us. And what in the hell happened to the Emperor's ex? Well, I have to think that maybe he got fed up with that energy again, and it's gone. It's gone. He, she, wherever it belongs, it's gone. It's gone because maybe he realized that the Empress is where his heart truly belongs. Now we have a dun dun dun. The devil. The devil, the devil, the devil can represent a Capricorn. Let's get out there right away. Earth sign energy entering the picture. Maybe our Emperor is, because it is hanging out on his side of this reading. So maybe our Emperor is actually a Capricorn. Serious draw, magnetic draw to this Emperor. And I almost feel that the Empress is kind of toying with the Emperor. She's not serious about this King of Cups. It's just the energy that he gives off and how it impresses upon the Emperor, because the Emperor is fuming. He is fuming that this is going on with this love desire of his, male, female, doesn't matter, and his best friend. because we're all inclusive here. Her best friend. Doesn't matter. Whoever you are and you're resonating with this scenario, you've got somebody else interested in you if you're the Empress. It seems that again, the Emperor has decided to leave the energy of the X in the sidelines, maybe. Maybe he keeps her energy as a reserve energy. Something that he refers back to when he's facing a question or a quandary about his life. It's a fallback position maybe for him. But I feel strongly for some of you. There's going to be a seriously strong element of Capricorn in this Emperor's chart. The Three of Wands. So there is a seed planted here. In this situation, it is a seed of love, a seed of romance. It is here on the side of the Emperor's reading, which means that even though the Empress already knew a long time ago how she felt about the Emperor, for her, it has never been a question about how she felt about him. She may have had those feelings about him years ago. But for the Emperor, this is new seed planted. This is emotion, love, tenderness, things that maybe hadn't grown in his life in a very long time. But the seed has been planted, and now this element of great love is growing in his life. And where does he go with it? Well, we have the card that would represent an earth sign king. Another king. We've drawn all four of them now. But this is an earth sign king. So, if your Emperor or your King of Cups, the best friend is an Emperor or a King of Pentacles, an earth sign, he's here. His energy is here. So I really feel that even between the two friends and the competitive nature that this is going to bring, we're actually saying here that I think the Emperor is still going to rule out over the King of Cups. But see, if the Emperor is an earth sign, his shit is going to move slower than molasses in the fucking winter. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to get irate here because maybe this Emperor just doesn't realize how loved he is, how much of him you see. And maybe he should look and see that you can offer him, the Empress can offer him so much more. So much more than he possibly could have ever wanted, because she oozes that abundance, the abundance of all that's good. Okay, I'm done. We're moving on. On the Empress's side, we have an ending. The Tower. So if our jealous fellas get into a fist fight, we may need to step in and end it. And let down whoever is on the losing side of this competition between these two men. Between these two men children. Okay, because they're acting like a couple of 12-year-old assholes. And so, You may have to put an end to whatever the grievance is between the two of them. And you may have to, and I'll see what the next card says, but you may have to at some point decide to let one of them go. Because do you really want to see that kind of dissension between really close friends? And I'm telling you, the energy of this male bond is very, very strong. The Six of Cups. We have a friendship from the past here. Again, now we're referring not only to the relationship that we determined was maybe a past life relationship between the Empress and the Emperor. We've determined that that's a past life, even a past current life relationship. Let's get that straight. But this is destiny. This card here represents the card of destiny. It also falls here close to this card of destiny, which is the Six of Pentacles. It's destiny within the home, within the foundation, within your worldly goods. It is the life you are intended to live on a material level. That's playing out here too. But the Six of Cups is that connection, not only between the Emperor and the Empress, which we have determined this is a recurrence of that situation, but different, reincarnated in a different form now. But it's also a very distant relation between these two friends. And we have a friendship that is now kind of hanging in the balance, because one friend honestly wanted to show another friend up with a woman. That is never a good idea. Okay. Wow. The Ten of Coins. It's on the Emperor's side. Do we have input from the family at this point? Is there a question from the family regarding the situation with the Empress? Is he bringing it now to his family? Is this where we get the opinion of the family? Is this where these two families might meet and come together at some point in the future? Is there that kind of deep involvement there? Have we reached that point where someone, and I think it might be the Emperor, where someone wants his family to meet the Empress? But I don't know if I see this friendship has healed yet. I think on a financial level, if these are friends that have worked together, then they keep a real kind of harmonious vibe on that level. But this is a strain for them. The Five of Swords. Now, this is the first sword we've had in this reading. And it talks about the struggle. It talks about the inner struggle for someone around the situation. Is it the Empress questioning whether or not she wants to meet the Emperor's children? Is that a possibility here? Is the Empress finally meeting the family? Is the Empress meeting the ex? This is all the kind of possibility we're going to get into here. And with the holidays coming up, this can be a questionable altercation with one another's people, or even, I want to say, within within a gathering of some kind. If it's not family, maybe it's like the office party that all of this kind of erupts, it kind of arises, especially since this conflict now falls next to this tower. So if this is a work situation, guys, this is saying no office fights. That cannot end good. Just a warning. The Magician. Wow. Okay. Well, now, if we're talking about an office party gone berserk, watch out for that guy. Because that's the guy that Xeroxes his butt cheeks 1,000 times and emails it to everybody that he knows. So watch out for this kind of mischievous behavior. This can also be a situation where someone has to be very masterful in their diplomacy, I'm going to say. This is someone who may need to use every single one of their abilities and gifts to rectify or to manifest a certain outcome around the situation, because again, I see there's something there that is just, there's something there, there's a questionable energy of discomfort for someone, and I have to wonder if this magician needs to be on his head, because I get kind of a trickster feeling from that. I don't really know if I see someone stepping up and shaking hands and making better. I think at some point somebody's going to try to get some comeuppance or some sort of, and I don't like to use the word revenge, but there's some element of comeuppance here. So let's not go there, guys. This is a friendship, a long-standing friendship between these two men where someone may be looking to go a little too far. Thank you. That's the message. A little too far. The Four of Pentacles. Well, I am thinking that even with the trickster energy here, that this whole situation will be able to maintain, at least for now, because I honestly feel that maybe someone has decided to manifest goodwill between this situation where apparently there's 4 people, but one of these energies, the Emperor's X, keeps coming and going into the picture. Well, the Ace of Pentacles talks about a new beginning. A new beginning at your foundation, mostly your job, career. I would hate to think that anyone is going to have career issues because of this kind of situation between friends. Let's remember, it's all about being friends here, guys. Office party hijinks could lead somebody to looking for a brand new career. So again, let's not go there. We have new beginnings for someone in this scenario. And I really seriously get an office situation that could possibly go a little bit weird. Right about time for the office holiday party. My favorite energy in this situation, thank you, is the Hangman. This is the guy who steps to the back of the room and minds his own business. He makes the ultimate sacrifice of not participating in drama. So, wherever the situation is turning up for you guys, this is saying, let's avoid the drama. That's the holiday party aspect of this. But now we want to back up. We want to go back to a situation where two friends, both interested in the Empress, one person clearly unhappy that a friend has made an offer to this person. There may be some words exchanged between these friends, and it may be of an explosive nature. I think, though, that our emperor, knowing that he is wise and he sits in a position of authority, even above this very good friend, he does not want to see the destruction of that friendship because it's gone on for a long time. Maybe even longer than his relationship with this Empress. I do think that harmony will be established with the Ten of Pentacles. You know, the Ten of Pentacles is a lot about contracts and family money, but it's about that security. It's about knowing that you have this kind of security available even in a situation where you have two friends fighting over one woman. And the fighting over the one woman will happen with the Five of Swords. There is going to be a situation where we do not see eye to eye with this friend because of what one person feels was kind of a dirty trick. I think that's the Emperor feeling like, dude, you knew I was interested in this person and you pulled some shit on me. And you undercut me with this person that I really kind of dig, this Empress, and you're harshing my buzz with her. You know, you're showing me up, you're making me look bad, and now I'm feeling like it was all because you wanted to show me up in front of her. And that's just uncool in a friendship. But the friendship can maintain through that. Because I think these are two friends that may have actually gone through this kind of thing before. I think they have agreements. I think they come to order, but I don't see that attraction goes away. I think we still have, going into the next reading, now we have two men. One man stepping back from the situation to let what I think is the Emperor coming forth to take over his place next to the Empress. So I do see, if you are in a relationship where you've got these two men both interested in you, both have brotherly love for one another, but they're fighting over one woman, or they're both pursuing one woman, equally as aggressive here, let me tell you, especially with all this king energy here. There's a lot of testosterone being flung around this woman. But somebody steps back and lets one of these two men take control. I want to say it's the Emperor that wins out over the King of Cups. Let's see what we've got here. Well, we have the death card on the bottom of this pile. This talks about the manifestation of something brand new. A rebirth, if you will, of a situation. A situation that makes you feel young again. It has innocence and fun. And it's a rebirth. Again, it's a rebirth. Just like this card, the Tower, brings a rebirth over something that's a jolt. Maybe the jolt is to the Emperor when he finds out that this friend of his is pursuing a woman that he actually has a lot of feeling for. Real quick, I want to draw. I'm going to ask right now, let's see if, I think if there were clarifications that needed to be brought out, now would be the best time to do it in this situation. I really think we need some clarification. I'm really focusing not so much on the devil. I don't think the devil is anything that we really need to be focused on. And I've got cards for my afternoon reading stuck in here. What are they? The High Priestess and the Ace of Swords came out of this deck. I used it earlier, but maybe there's some meaning there for somebody around the Ace of Swords. New beginning, clear communication around this, absolutely. And intuition, higher knowing, divine logic, I like to call it, with the Empress. Wow, these two are anxious, and so are these. Okay, for clarification, we've got Donate, we've got La Vecchia Signora, and we've got the Lamegno. Wow, there's a union going on here. It's been a long time in the making. I would have to say maybe about, 18, 20 years for some of you. But yeah, this is, it's going to be a secure thing once these two crazy kids figure it out. It's going to be secure. It's going to be a safe place to go. It's something actually that has been developing over a good amount of time. It's going to be a kind of a great partnership at whatever level it comes to at its fruition. Now I have the Dileranti here. I have to wonder that this is more like somebody being absolutely ecstatic around something. We also have Falsita. Now, that's a lie. Right there, that's a card that indicates falsehoods, lies. And we have jealousy. Next chapter. Whoever one of these two people gets left out in the cold by the Empress because the Emperor finally stepped up and took his role at her side instead of playing games with her, I think the King of Cups is going to slightly have a case of green jealousies. The Lamante, Mercante. Someone in the situation is a merchant, a store owner maybe, a local businessman. He's the Emperor. He's the Lamante. Spirit just delivered me to you. Hand delivered this guy's profession. Either now or at one point, this Emperor was a businessman. A fairly high-profiled businessman within the community. And right now, he is surrounded by an enemy. Someone that wishes to do him harm or do his position harm. I have to wonder if that's got to be part of the focus of the next reading. Is this il nemico? What do we do about squashing this enemy that's coming in for the emperor? Because someone, and it might not be this friend, this merchant friend, the King of Cups, he remains on solid ground with the king or the emperor. But we have a new enemy coming in. He's a liar. He can't be trusted. And he's just absolutely lime green with jealousy over the emperor and what appears to be a very blessed life to whoever this il nemico is, this enemy. So the next reading, and I want to make a quick note, guys. The next reading, what do we want to call this? Because we have the enemy, the emperor, the enemy, and the friend. There we go. That's our title for our next video. Whether it's 7 or... I think this one might be 6. I have to look. This is either 6 or it's 7. I'll make a note at the opening of the video so you guys will know. So there we are. The emperor. The emperor is being deceived by someone in his surroundings. I do think this is maybe around his career, but I think someone is jealous around him. The King of Cups and the Emperor, even though there may be some dissent between them over both of their growing affections for the Empress, the new point of attention needs to be drawn to weeding out this enemy that is lurking around the emperor. And how do we stop the enemy from taking over? And I think that's going to be the focus of the next reading. So there you go, guys. If you want a reading meant just for you, go ahead and reach out to me through my Weebly website. Pick a reading, tell me what you want. I'll get back to you myself. I prefer to do it that way. I'll send you an invoice. Once you get it paid, I can produce a video usually within about 7 business days. Now, if you want to look at my Vimeo page, I've got energy readings. We've got some 2017 videos going up there now. Reach out to those, take a look. They're coming up slow because I am incredibly busy right now. Thank you all very much again. And take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Reach out to me if you need me. And until we meet again for the next chapter of Manifesting Love, the Emperor and the Empress. Okay, guys, here we go. We're going to wrap this one up. We'll be back again in a day or two with the next chapter for our happy couple. And until then, take care and peace.